Oops. Right then. Hello. Guess what? Driving through a snow thunder bomb. I've no idea what one of those is. Hello, Toff. The Sun have called this a weather event. For me, it's just raining a little bit. But anyway, it's called a snow thunder bomb. So let's go for it. I'm even going to drive up to Mottram, which is higher up than where I am now, and I'm already on the Pennines, just to see if I can find some snow. So, do you want to come for a ride with me? Anyway, missus. Let's get going. Let's get ready, let's get ready to thunder bomb. I've never heard of a thunder bomb before. I'm sure they've just made it up. Anyway, there is Aldi, from where you can purchase pies from Melton Mulberry. I'm starting to figure out what's going on with the PlayStation. It's just in my head when I can't see what people are saying. So that's one of the things of having people watch now. I know people are talking and saying stuff, but I can't see it because no, I can't. No, he's going that way anyway. Thank you, taxi driver. And then I'm going this way. This is Staley, Vegas. Quite little town, which I was brought up in. On the left is the library, on the right is the old market hall. No longer used as a market hall, it's now like a civic centre instead. I remember my mother was really proud that one of our relatives had a market stall in the market. Although she always said, I never like her. I don't like her. But she's done well for herself because she's got herself a market stall, but I don't like her. I'm like, okay. It's bizarre logic. So anyway, yeah, we've got weather warnings out. We've got weather bombs. We've got snow bombs. We've got thunder bombs. So I'm going storm hunting, storm chasing. That is the telephone exchange on the right. Can't believe the lights are on green, to be fair. That's quite unusual. This is called Portland Place. I used to buy my model cars from the shop on the right. Sadly, he closed down when I was 43. Oh, nearly. So we're looking for bad weather. I see two policemen stood there. Thought so. So we're now going up Mottram Road, which oddly takes us to Mottram, which is not far from Glossop. I used to walk up here as a child. Well, there's a really nice park called Cheatham's Park, which is on the right. Obviously you won't see it because it's pitch black. But I used to go on the squirrels running around. Grey squirrels as well when I was a kid. I reckon they're red squirrels now, but they were grey squirrels when I was a kid. Just to the right, you see the house there near the lamppost. And that's the entrance to Cheatham's Park. And it was very woody as well, so I used to go and have a wander around in the woods. And then you've got Stalybridge Celtic Football Club. Again, on the right. It's called Bower Fold. It's the only place I've ever watched an actual football match at. And I wasn't there to watch the football, I was there to get for charity. So yeah. So, and it wasn't even a league match; it was non-league. So I've never seen a real a real league match ever. It's definitely raining quite substantially, but I wouldn't say necessarily this is a weather bomb. So we're now heading up towards Mottram. There's something called a cutting up here. And when it snows badly, this bit is usually blocked. Mainly because it's a cutting they cut through by hand in the Victorian times, and it's quite narrow, so the snow kind of collects in there. It just blocks the thing. It's about a quarter of a mile long, and sometimes it can be 10 foot deep. Although there's hardly any snow anywhere else, it just kind of captures it. So we're coming up to that in a short while. First off, we've got the stretch of road where I did drive up once in a Ford Escort Mark II, the first car I ever had. And it was 7 o'clock in the morning, and I was the first person to drive on the snow that was about 4 inches deep here. And I was going quite slowly, which was not the thing to do in snow, as I found out, because the back of the car very slowly overtook the front of the car and I ended up facing the wrong way. Even though it's a very gentle hill, it was enough to stop the car and make the back end of the car come out. So I learnt my lesson, and I drove back down the hill, turned round, and then hammered it up here and got up in one go, which was an experience. So we're nearly at the cutting now. There's a car on my side of the road. What are you doing, KJ? There was no need to be that far out. Right then, so here we are. We've got the wagon and horses. It used to be a pub. I don't think it's a pub anymore now. I think it's well, it is still a pub. And there used to be a petrol station there, but this is the cutting. And as you can see, it's cut through rock. This is where the snow gets really, really thick. There's also a thing on here called the frog, which I think we've passed. You won't see it anyway because it's dark, and it's basically a little cutout. Oh, there's another mile an hour. I'm doing 40, and he's just overtook me. There's a little hole anyway where there's someone's painted a picture of a frog, as you do. I'm still doing 40, which is the speed limit. Right, we're now in Mottram, just past the Rowcross pub. And to be fair, it's just raining. It's not doing anything else at all. It's very anticlimactic. Now this never used to be a roundabout. This used to be just a junction, and it was hell to get round. There's an artist who painted matchstick men and matchstick cats and dogs called Ellis Lowry, and he lived in the house on the right. This big house now on the right with the car outside. That's where Ellis Lowry used to live. There's a blue plaque on the wall, and there's a statue of him that you won't see because it's on the right hand side of these traffic lights. He's sat down on a bench with his hat on. So this is Mottram in Longdendale, and there's no severe weather. I think even the windscreen wipers can go off for a little bit. Heater can go off for a little bit as well, so yeah, this is rather anticlimactic, isn't it? We're now not far from Hattersley, which was the home of two people who were not very nice in the 1960s. Behind me are the moors, and that's as far as I'm going with that one. Other than I was around at the time, but I was only very, very small. So this is Hattersley, big roundabout, and this will take us onto the, what is this motorway? The M60, M50? M57. Again, this motorway didn't used to be here when I first started driving. One of my mates for a short period of time lived around the corner. So McDonald's around here, I don't know where it is. So you used to have to drive down that road there. You go through Hyde and you pass the Heinz Walls sausage factory. Or apparently my grandmother worked for about 3 weeks and didn't like it because it was too cold. She was used to working in the mills, the cotton mills, which were incredibly hot. So on the left, the lights are Hattersley Estate. It will light up again, don't worry, this is not a long motorway for it to be dark. And then we're going to go through Manchester, we're going to go through the Bellevue district of Manchester. Miles an hour. Well, that's alright, I'm only doing 60, so I must have known that I was going to say that. Now, one of the first big supermarkets in the area was built in Hyde. You can actually see it from the motorway. And the shop was actually called Fine Fair. And we used to go there. Everyone went there, to be fair, in the whole area, because it was lovely. Quick Forston Road, slow down. Okay, we'll do that. I say we'll do that, I'll do that. Right, the road slips off this junction. I'll tell you what, I would not want to be working in this weather. On this motorway. So here we come, this is Hyde. The supermarket is still there, it's now a Morrison's. You may see it in the distance. Forcing roads, slow down. We're down to 40 now. So that's the old Fine Fair now, Morrison's. Spot this NJ. I'm doing 40 miles an hour. And they've just overtook me on a lane that's closed. I did say Tameside had the worst drivers. I can't remember whether this slip road stays there or disappears. I think it stays, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. So we'll go in there. Get out of the way. Plenty of work going on this motorway. You're caught up by quite a few cars as well now. That's the end of the roadworks though, so we now could go back to normal again. Hurrah! And other words. We're now in the Dramatics in Denton when I was about 20. Dumads. D-U-M-A-D-S. I know it was Denton something or other Amateur Dramatic Society, and I was Captain Kirk singing Star Trekking. I say singing, I was miming. We got slated by the local press. Some online lines of good looking guy playing Captain Kirk, but sadly was miming rather than singing. It's the only time I've ever been called a good looking guy. It was in the local press, so it doesn't really count. Mind you, they'd heard me singing, they'd have told me to shut up anyway, so... Right, we want to go on the A57 now, because we're going through the centre of Manchester, but we're going a route that we've not been before, certainly not whilst streaming live. And with any luck, we will go past the old Bellevue Zoo. He's going to come in my lane, I can feel it. flash. He was happy with that. So we knew each other, we knew what we were doing. Just realised we're all took to the long at 50, 60 miles an hour. It's very sedate, isn't it? Right, I'm not all familiar with this junction, so you'll have to bear with me a little bit. It's alright, the guy in front of me is not over familiar with it either. Right, Manchester City Centre, A57. What could possibly go wrong? I'm still on the A57? No, we're not. We're not on the A57 anymore. This has gone wrong. I'm in the wrong lane. There we go. I'm in the right lane now. This is a big roundabout. I remember building this roundabout, to be fair. I used to drive under it. Whilst we were building it, it was quite terrifying because it wasn't actually complete. So I think now we're on the A57. Now genuinely I've not driven down this road for some in the region of 20, 25 years. I'm not even sure what the speed limit is, to be fair. I should have noticed that when I turned onto the road. Right then, so now heading towards Bellevue. When I was a child, there used to be a zoo in Bellevue, which is very nice. See orangutans and lions and other things. 40 miles an hour speed limit. But it's just about to change now, isn't it? To 30. Yep, 30 miles an hour speed limit. Now, if I remember rightly, there's a right weird junction coming up with a railway bridge or something, and it's quite complex. So just bear with me if I go quiet while I try and figure out what's going on. Not exactly sure where we are at the moment. I don't think this is Gorton. Oh, it tells here. It just says Manchester a bit. Oh, Gorton, yeah, we're in Gorton. Well, hey! Because Gorton is a moron, Gorton is a moron. So 70s reference, none of you'll get. Right, this is that junction I was on about. So do I see, can I carry on in this lane? Yes, I can. Right, am I meant to go that way? No, go straight on, don't I? What's that then? Where's that going? Well, that's going over there. Like I say, it's quite complex. Yeah, that would have just sent me the wrong way, so we go around here. I thought the bridge was over, not under, not over. Or under, or whatever. Come down here. That McDonald's on the right, you can just about make out. I've never seen that before, but I wouldn't do, would I? And this is where the railway bridge used to be, so it looks like it's been demolished and turned into a... oh no, there you go, there's the railway bridge. Whoa! Hello! Wow! Was it me, or was that pretty close? My mother and father had an accident here as well. Oh, it's this junction here that we're just passing. I think it is that junction there. And they pulled out and got hit by a van. And the only thing that saved their life was the fact that the engine was transverse in the car. Because that took the power out of it. But they were hospitalised for quite a while. And I nearly followed suit then. I can only assume that that was a Duke of Windsor out for a drive then in front of me. Right, yeah, I think I'm in the wrong lane here, it doesn't matter. I don't think anyone really cares. So we're heading towards Bellevue now, going back in this lane. I'm pretty sure Bellevue used to be just a little bit down this road. There's a massive Tesco there, obviously I don't recognise that. It goes without saying. There's a thing here called California Pizza, because California is well known for its pizza. You can see the stars and stripes. Wow. California pizza. He looks happy with his California pizza, doesn't he? Oh dear me. Well, the good news is I can see the cranes and the things in the front of us. So now I don't think the zoo was necessarily quite this far down. I think it was probably after the next set of traffic lights. And it was genuinely a proper full-on zoo surrounded by lots and lots and lots of houses. So heaven help them if any of the animals escaped. It shut down in the early 80s, Bellevue Zoo. One thing I remember buying from there, two things I remember buying from there. I think this is it on the, oh, it's up to this railway station. Two things I remember buying from there are, yeah, this is it here on the left. Two things I remember buying from there were a cigarette for children that when you blew it, powder came out of it that looked like smoke. Yep, I'm not kidding. And also, yeah, this is where Bellevue Zoo used to be. Also, there was some really hot quavers that you could buy. So basically cheesy quavers in a paper bag that were incredibly hot, but they were also incredibly tasty as well. And then were the two things I remember from there. There was also a fabulous water slide as well. They used to have one in Blackpool exactly the same, but they took it down when they built Valhalla, I think. But it was a proper full-on water shoot, and my mum would never let me go on it because I was only little, but she used to let me stand at the bottom and get soaked. So I couldn't go on it, but I could get pneumonia, that was fine. So that's Bellevue Zoo, my memories of. I also did a lot of wrestling there as well. If you remember World of Sport, if you're old enough, if it's from Manchester, it was always from Bellevue Zoo. Or Bellevue Stadium, whatever they called it at the time. Still trying to figure out why everyone's staying in the right-hand lane, because this is not a bus lane. And even if it is a bus lane, it's 10:15. So this is the bus lane though, so I'll pull out of this one, although I don't think it's a bus lane at the moment, but no one else is driving in it, and you always think the locals know what's going on, so we'll leave that one, I think. So another railway bridge. You can only assume this is the one that takes the trains to Piccadilly station. Means we might be coming towards Ancoats, etc. Manchester Climbing Centre's to our right. It's a signpost, it's not the actual building. I don't know where the building is. Again, you can see the lights glowing red in the rain, to be fair. The lights are actually being picked up even better than normal. Right, now whereabouts are we? In Manchester. What I don't want to do is get stuck on the... Oh, where's everyone going? Everyone's just disappeared. Oh, this is Stagecoach. This is Hyde Road Station. So I'm going to go here, I think. I'm going to go this way. Right, so I don't know where we are now. See the rain and the puddles, can't you? I won't come this way because there's a lot of cars going this way. And again, you follow the locals, don't you? But they generally know where to go. Straight on. There's a McDonald's around here somewhere. So I'm driving parallel to the Mancunian Way, so I assume if I keep going this way I'll end up finding a sign for Eccles or Media City, one or the other. So this Thunderbomb thing's a bit of an anticlimax, isn't it? Oh, hey up. What's going on here? Everyone drove down here, but this is a proper full-on housing estate. Okay. I don't know whether I could ever live in the city, even kind of this far out of the city, which isn't actually that far. You could easily walk into Manchester from here. You wouldn't need a car if you lived in a city. I suppose that would be one thing. You'd probably do is share a car with about 3 houses. Just have it on a roadster. Right, brilliant. Left or right? I think right, because that'll take me towards the city. And left will take me to Stockport. I don't want to go to Stockport particularly. So we will go. Right, nice church on the, I think it's a church on the left. Oh no, it's not. What is that? It's a house. It's a posh house. It's got a blue plaque on it, so it's obviously important. Right, where are we now? Are we now at Deansgate? Is this Deansgate? Wilmslow City Centre. I don't want to go to Wilmslow, this is not Deansgate. What was I thinking? Right, Manchester Aquatic Centre, Art Gallery. I'll follow this car, looks like they know where they're going. Or they just drove through a massive puddle, which I've just driven through as well. Wow, this is a big building, isn't it? It's got pretty patterns on it. Was this Manchester Road? Is this the university? Don't know exactly where I am. This is going to go horribly wrong, isn't it, very soon? Is this Manchester University? Is this Manchester's campus? They all buggered off double quick time, didn't they? Didn't get very far though, did it? Nah, 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 nah. Nice church on the right. Looks like a former church. Probably a coffee shop now or something. For National Football Museum at Urbis, follow arena. I don't think the arena's on wheels, so it's not going to go very far, is it? Alright. Definitely a massive building work going on here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think we're ending up on the Mancunian Way. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Let me know. Yep. That's a bit of a tight slip road, isn't it? Oh, that's a tight slip road as well. Crikey. Right, so we're now on the Mancunian Way, which is where I did not want to end up, to be fair. Police Range Rover. God, he didn't see my driving a couple of minutes ago. Oh. Well, they're fun on finishing that building. It's been like half built for like ever. I think this is where we got stuck last time in the traffic. Seems to be flowing a lot quicker today. Yeah, we got stuck under here. Because remember, I was looking at that billboard there that's very, very bright. Tram going over that bridge as well. Well, that was easy, wasn't it? Kind of relieved, also slightly disappointed. There's a casino around here, I don't know where it is. I know it's near a Mackey's. No idea where it is though. KFC, isn't it? Sorry. I don't know I did that. There wasn't even anything exciting that's just happened that would be an EastEnders climax. You say climax. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Going out with a girl, her name is Julie. Just last night she said to me while we were watching telly. She said, listen John, I love you, bestest bloke I fancy. I don't want to toot on you, but it's the end for you and me. Who's this bloke? I replied. No, who's this bloke? I cried. Oh, don't she replied. Not that beep, I said, dismayed. Yes, but he's no beep, she cried. Holy Jesus. Where's that car going? Where's that bike going? Well, this is Regent Road. Famous for many things, including shootings and holes in the road. Not linked, it's just coincidence. Not speeding on here because I don't know what the speed limit is, boy. Well, spot the KJs. I mean, to be fair, anyone who drives an orange Fiat is a KJ. So quite a lot of bad driving going on here. That's nice. Did they not realise there's the thunder bomb coming? Or a snow bomb, or whatever the hell it's meant to be, and all it's doing is a little bit of rain? I think the weather people are over-exaggerating again. No one else is moving, yet we're moving. I don't quite know how that works. Makes no sense whatsoever. They've also turned their indicators off, so I have no idea what's going to go on. Wow, literally it let 3 cars through that set of traffic lights. Yeah, let's go and have a look at Old Trafford, why not? Just because we can. So in front of us, I don't know if you can see it now, is a church tower. The rest of the church got knocked down a long while ago. I don't know whether it's because it was bombed in the war or what, but there would have been a lot of bombs around here because this is Old Trafford. It's not Old Trafford, it's just Trafford. Got Media City on the right. Also, weirdly, my favourite cinema is on the right down here as well. I used to travel all the way here to come to this cinema, mainly because it was better than the cinema in our town. It was the first multiplex that I was aware of in the northwest. So Terminator, Terminator 2 and Predator. No, I didn't see Predator at it, to be fair. On the left is the grounds of Ordsall Hall, which means we're now in Ordsall. Again, this is the old docks of Manchester, which was built because Liverpool were being a bit arsey with the people of Manchester, so they built a canal to take the big ships all the way up to here, so they'd have their own docks and wouldn't have to bother with the Scousers. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a fact. I'm in this lane because I want to turn right at some point when I can. Ironically, it indicates and turns right straight away, but I don't want to turn right there. I want to go over the bridge first. So some Salford Quays. I don't know if that cinema's still there or not, actually. But anyway, we're going to go over a nice old Victorian bridge. We're not. We're going to go over the bridge next to the old Victorian bridge. It's a bit upsetting. Oh well. I want to go right here. Don't know where I'm going, but we'll follow it around anyway. Is this right? Yeah, this is right. So we're now in Trafford Park. So we're going to go past the War Museum, I believe. I think. Well, it could be on the right, not the left. And on the left is Old Trafford Football Ground. You turn. Where am I going? Where's the road gone? Oh, the road's going around here. Okay, we'll go this way then, shall we? Right, okay, that was a weird one-way system. Right, we have to go here, and then we go around here. We can't go that way because that road's closed, so we just follow it around. So on the far right is Media City. You might be able to see the buildings have got green and red on the top of them. On the left, I think, is the Imperial War Museum. It could be on the right, to be fair. I've never been. Maybe I should do a let's visit one day. Oh, what's that say? Road ahead closed. Okay. So what do we do then? What does that say? Road ahead closed, diversion that way. Why is there an arrow pointing straight up? That doesn't make any sense. It's leading me to my death. What's this saying? Diverted traffic straight on. Well, you can't go anywhere else, can you? Diverted traffic right. Okay, so we'll go right. It's one way. You can read that sign there, but I'm feeling this is a bit awkward. And that pretty much says awkward. Right. So the car coming the same way as me is, so let him pass me. Because I haven't got a clue where I'm going, mate. He doesn't go past me. He's lost as well. Look at him. Right, diverted traffic. You're going this way, okay. Well, I'd think it would help if it was lit up a bit brighter, but I don't think it would because I don't know where I am. Well, I know where I am, but I don't know, where I am. Okay, where's the road gone? Oh, this is insane. What the hell is going on here? What the hell is this? It's like some weird chicane thing. That Range Rover then was invisible. I swear to God, Prince Phillip's driving that one. Oh, we can't go there. Okay. Right, so we should have gone. Can we go here? We can go here. Can we go here? Can we go down here? Yeah, diverted traffic. Okay. Oh God! You've got to love this, haven't you? No, there's lights everywhere, and that Range Rover was going very, very slowly, and it was black with blacked out windows, and I literally saw it because my lights reflected off its wheels. That's the only reason I saw it. Right, well, this looks promising. We are going down this road. Now everything seems to have, there's no roadworks, there's no nothing, this is just a normal road. Car with its hazards on further down. I thought someone on a bike then. I'm going to say I wouldn't want to ride a bike around here. Right, roundabout. Diverted traffic, brilliant! Diverted traffic. Excellent, that's just what I needed, thank you. We'll go this way though. Trafford Park Road. Okay. Looks like a weird car. There's lights on it, I think. Stops, there's something. Oh, what's this? Railway crossing. Okay. Doesn't look like it's been used for like 50 years. Anyway, it sent me down here now. Diverted traffic. I don't even know where the diversion's taking me. I think it was that one, wasn't it, for the diverted traffic? I think it was this one, yeah. So where are we going now? A lot of lorries come down here. You can see the tyre marks just full of water. do 40 down here. Why the hell would you do 40 down here? Well, you probably, if you know where you're going, you probably would, to be fair. Right, road signs. Hurrah! A proper road sign. So I'm going to say the M60. Please say the M60. It does say the M60, so we're going to turn right at this set of traffic lights, which is a roundabout. What? Have I got right of way here? I have got right of way here. Okay. I'm never happy with roundabouts with traffic lights on them. They always confuzzle me. That's not where I want to go, is it? Just go this way I want to go. M60, yeah, M60, there we go. And then go down here. 30 miles an hour. Right, okay, so M60 Urmston. Oh, the weather bomb's hit. Okay, it's not really, it's just raining a little bit more than it was a minute ago. Right, I'm doing just over 30. And it said 30, and I've been overtaken by the world's smallest car. Wow. Oh, traffic sensors to my far right. Unlike Jeremy Corbyn, he's to the far left. And later we are going to partake in following the little car. Okay, these traffic lights do not make any sense. Anyway, we're in the right lane for the, that'll be the clockwise, won't it? We want to go clockwise. Traffic sensor. So it still says in 2, I've not owned it for years. Eek, 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 eek. Right, just follow that little car, we'll be alright, we'll be alright. Just follow the little car, we'll be alright. Follow the big lorry. We'll be alright. Little car's going to try and out-drag a lorry. To be fair, it should be able to do it. I'm not going to out-drag it though, I'm going to let the lorry go. So we're now on the M60. And there's the traffic centre in the distance on the right, which you probably can't see for all this spray. That little car that overtook me before. Oh, bless. Currently doing 60. I'm going to get back in front of this little car. Whoa, you can feel the grip giving up. Yeah, you can definitely feel the grip then when you... That's why when you're driving this kind of weather, you do it very slowly when you change lanes. So if you go sharp and your steering is no longer working, you're in the fence. Not in a good way. Right, that little car just overtakes, now going to re-overtake me. Seriously. Whoa, look at the water here. Wow. Yeah. actually feel the steering wheel being a little bit less responsive. Seriously. Can't see the sign that said the M62 west entrance is closed. Here you go, the M62 entrance closed. Oh no, it's not, they've got on. Maybe it's closing as we speak. So there is 60, I think 60 is adequate for these weather conditions. Again, look at the water on the road here. Unbelievable. The water coming off this lorry as well. Aldi. Right, we're going to the M61 now. Which is like the dark motorway, but it's got the almost world famous bus shelter on a bridge. I'm still not going over 60 because this is torrential. Well, this road's not so bad because this is feels like it's been recently torn up. Then you get the shiny stuff like this, and that's where it catches you out. Whoa! I don't know whether you heard that or not then, but there was a big puddle I just drove through and the car literally stopped. Right, we're now going over the Slanks Road. Still doing 60. Which I'd say is more than enough in these conditions. Guy's brave. Right, so here we go. Now normally I rattle round here at 70 miles an hour. Not today, I'm doing 45. As soon as this car gets past me, I'm doing 50 now. Again, you cannot see the road for the water. And my car does not have four-wheel drive. Sometimes question whether it's got one-wheel drive. Rage Racer! Did it ever rain on Rage Racer? I remember water, but I think it was just a waterfall. We're up to 65 miles an hour now. Slow down again a little bit as we go around this corner to 60. Just gives your tyres that little fraction of a second longer to move the water out of the way. Ridge Racer. come around this way again. Normally do this at 70, doing it at 60 at the moment. There's cars behind me on the slip roads, but they're taking it easy as well, which is good. So I can pull across. They're miles behind me, but if they do catch me up, they've got 2 lanes then to pull out on and get past me. In answer to your question, Snip, yes it was. Just assuming you're on. Again, I'm doing 60. Can't see necessarily, but you can feel the difference in the water then. I don't think you can hear that now because it comes through the car, but you can hear the water and the car genuinely slows down. Another one? No. See a slight difference in the way the light shines on the road, and that gives you a rough idea that you're driving over a bit that's not as grippy, or it's water. Ironically, the first time I ever heard of aquaplaning was because Cliff Richard had a crash on a motorway in his car. And he said, well, yeah, I was driving down the road and just aquaplaned. And we write a song about it. It's going to be called Aquaplaning. I don't think he ever did, to be fair, but yeah. I went, when I crashed then. The aquaplane, I was looking to survive. And he was, to be fair. That was in the 80s. Remind me not to do a Cliff Richard impression again. I've gone very light-headed. We're on 65 miles an hour now. It's pretty straight, this motorway, so as long as you don't do any sudden movements, you should be okay. And in case you're wondering why I went through a couple of lights which were questionable, it was due to the fact that it is very, very wet. You anchor on, you slide into the middle of the junction. It's better to just get through it and out of the way. Especially the aquaplane. So anyway, junction 5. We want junction 6. There's the bus shelter though. Hurrah! Even in the rain, the bus shelter is still there. Bus sheltering. Now this slip road that we go on always has water running across it, even in the summer. So I can imagine this is going to be very, very slippy indeed. Very, very wet. Temperature is 4 degrees as well, so it's not really snow weather, it's not snow cold. You can imagine if it freezes quickly, to make these roads impassable. I don't want to pull in too soon because I know I'm going to spray that car with loads of water, so try and be a bit considerate when you're on the motorway. Again, I don't think it picks it up, but I can actually see a dry line on the motorway. The rest of the motorway is soaking wet, and that's with this line of cars and this lorry ahead of us. Red lorry, yellow lorry. I can't even say it once. Red lorry, yellow lorry, 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 red lorry, yellow lorry. More out as we get going. To be fair, it's probably a green lorry or a blue lorry. I'm not overtaking it because we're at the junction and I'm not doing any sudden movements. So here we go, 2, 3, 4. I like that you're broken like me. Maybe that makes me a fool. I like that you're lonely like me. I could be lonely with you. Oh, Bolton must be playing. I imagine they're not playing now. It's 10 to 11, but they have been playing because their stadium's all lit up. Oh yeah, it's all lit up. Right, so we're going off here. I knew there were cars in front of that lorry, so I didn't want to go past. Now this is where it's going to get a bit dangerous up here. See where the lights are on the slope? That's where the water comes across, even when it's dry. Tonight it's definitely not dry. Oh, to be fair, that wasn't too bad. Make me a liar, why don't you? Damn you. I'm going around here at 30 instead of 40. There's this little thing going to come in front of me yet. I seem to have a thing about little cars tonight, I don't know. If I'd done my usual 40, I would have been ahead of him. Or her. Alright, they were playing West Brom. Sadly, Bolton Wanderers is in a bad way on many different levels. I mean, not only just in the table, but financially. Which is a shame because they are they've got a team. They're a team that have got a lot of history. I used to call them the yo-yo team when I worked in Bolton in the early 90s. They used to be in the Premier League, or League One, I can't remember which it was. And then the year after they'd be in the second league, and then they'd be up again, and then they'd be down again. And literally every year they got promoted and relegated. It was very funny. Not if you're a fan though. We're going up, we're going up. We're coming down, we're going up and down. These horrible houses. Horrible houses. These are not so bad down here, these are alright. Just them on that hill, it's like, oh, I won't be able to live there. If I did, I'd just live in the back of the house and pretend there was no front. Sleep upstairs, live in the kitchen. Or just go to a pub. Right then, so we're back in good old Wigan. It's been an interesting drive, to be fair. Sometimes it can be quite boring, but literally I think something happened all the way for the last hour, 5 minutes. There's a lot of stuff going on this drive, including people pulling out in front of me, people appearing out of nowhere, like they've got a cloaking device that's just turned off, diversions, the weather bomb, getting lost in Old Trafford, going past Bellevue Zoo, which isn't there anymore. I reckon this car's going to go blasting past me in a second now. He's been behind me since the traffic lights. Oh no, he's turning left. That was the other option. He was going to turn left. So yeah, you've missed a very eventful drive with lots of stories, lots of fun, laughter and tears, and a little bit of poo when that Range Rover appeared out of nowhere. And also the little bit in the cops because I hit a massive puddle. Well, so much for this snow bomb thing, or whatever it's called, thunder bomb. I'm sure they've just made it up. The BBC weather. Anyway, Snip, if you're on, yes, is the answer to the question that you asked on my other videos. Right then, so here we are. Wigan. You know what, I love Wigan. Which is a weird thing to say, but I really do. I think it's great. It's a former industrial town that's surrounded by beautiful countryside. It's dead easy to get to Manchester, Liverpool and Preston. It's dead easy to get to Birmingham and London. People are nice. And we don't have no one called Snip lives here. So it's all good. I like that you're broken like me. Maybe that makes me a fool. I like that you're lonely like me. I could be lonely with you. Here we go. Humpback Bridge always gets me. I won't forget it's here. I remember today. It's not even a bridge. It's just a hill on a hill. If I drive over this in daytime, you'll see what I mean. It's just a hill on a hill. I've got a couple of exciting drives lined up. One includes the M62 and two include the M60. I've also got some Let's Visits I really need to start doing again, but over this weekend, because I'm busy this weekend. Crofter's Arms, Coral Collier's Arms even, one of the oldest pubs in Wigan as far as I'm aware. Well, I'm doing a little longer 30 mile an hour, there's been no one behind me for ages, and all of a sudden I've got these headlights right behind me. Lucky me. See where they overtake me, because they will not put up with being behind me. I imagine they're going to overtake me just after the set of traffic lights. Because there's a bit where I go left, follow the road round, and they will no doubt overtake me. Carrying straight on. Let's have a look, see. This is what I predict. Oh, it won't do, because there's a bus coming the opposite direction. I thought it was going to do it there. Just blast past me. Fair, it did straight line it. We're down to Tesco's, which should be shutting literally right now. Some guys trying to go to Tesco to buy some cans. Sorry, mate. One of the Tesco extras. Yeah, it's all in darkness. All the signs anyway. Speed camera on the hill when you're going up the hill. Honestly, if you get done on that speed camera, you deserve all the points and everything you get. Right then, so we're nearly at the end of the journey. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm missing doing the burger ones, but there's no new burgers coming out. Literally nothing. We've still got the Big Tasty at Mackey's. We've still got the, although I haven't done the chicken one, to be fair, the chicken gravy box, whatever it is, at $3.99 from KFC. I've not done that one yet. But I'm just like, I've done the gravy and I've done the new chips. So third gear, drop it down to second gear, 3, 2, 1, activate. Thank you. Back up to third, to fourth. To be fair, I think this vehicle behind me might be an ambulance, but it's not got the blues and twos on, so obviously it had the blues and twos on, I'd let it pass. What are the chances? What are the chances of me saying that? And then an ambulance comes through a red light with his blues and twos on. I mean, literally. Wow. So anyway, yeah, I won £1 million on the lottery. I'm going to buy a lottery ticket now just in case. Oh dear me. That was weird. And by the way, it wasn't an ambulance, it was a blue van, the van behind me, because he was next to me as we went around the lights. Because I stopped and he caught up with me. But literally, what were the chances of that happening then? Bearing in mind, I cannot remember the last time ever I had to stop for an ambulance at that junction. Wow. Anyway, who's still there? Hello. Hello. Let's see what you've been saying. Oh, hello, Sarah. Funny story, my mum's boyfriend's uncle was robbed. My Liam and Noel Gallagher. Almost 500 subs. Keeps going down though. Yeah, Bolt, we're playing at home. Been asleep during all your streams. I didn't do any streams last week, mate. Unfortunately. You've been there all along, Toff? Well, it was a very, very good drive. Normally, my drives are quite boring, but I think out of 10, how much would you give this one, Toff? Because I'd give it a good solid 8 out of 10, personally. There was a lot going on. It was a new route. There were people cutting me up everywhere. There was dangerous driving on the motorway because of the aquaplaning. So yeah, it was an interesting drive. So yep, thank you very much for being with us. And it's tough sort of telling me what he thinks of it, which is a bit upsetting. I'm a bit upset about that. I was expecting, you know, something, nothing. I'm saying 8 out of 10 anyway. So thanks a lot, everyone. And I will see you next time. Hopefully at some point we'll get back to doing some normal streaming. 10, despite everything, it was a great watch. I actually preferred it because there was a lot going on. Sometimes I get a bit bored. I feel like I'm saying the same old stories. I feel like, you know, your nan saying, oh, remembering the war. Oh, why? Oh, there were planes and things, you know, that kind of thing. And I'm like, yeah, I know I'm a granddad, but I don't want to be like an old nan.